What to expect from Taekook in 2020. Taekook, aka V-kook or Kook V, is the ship between the youngest members of the South Korean K-pop group BTS, Kim Taehyung and Jungkook. These two members are known to be among the most popular statistically, currently breaking records as they continue making content as soloists or with a group. BTS fans started shipping these two members since the beginning of their career, due to the big amount of cute, carefree and genuine interactions since their debut. However, the amount of public content and interactions started getting reduced by an approximate of 70% by the end of 2017. It was a slow process that began in 2015 and fans soon started noticing this bold change. Fellow Taekookers noticed the sudden lack of interactions in their original content such as run episodes, documentaries, interviews, painting bombs, and started providing analysis videos to show the rough cuts in the editing of various content scenes. It's thanks to these fellow Taekookers that helped raising awareness to this issue that our community remained conscious of it. However, other armies, especially non-Taekookers, remained unaware of the basically hidden interactions of these two members, and entered the fandom thinking they weren't friends, didn't like each other, or even that they hated each other. Other content provided by social influencers contributed pushing this idea, which didn't help either, and instead, did the exact opposite, pushing these speculations to an extent that people, especially baby armies, really thought Tae and Jungkook hated each other. Whether this issue was done with this negative purpose, or whether it was ARMY's fault, will be discussion for another video, but if you've watched my videos for a long time now, you will know that I do not encourage hate towards BTS's company, nor do I think this outcome came from a dark place. Therefore, I think that non-Taekookers' response and hateful speech towards Taekook's relationship was not what the company intended. However, it was a natural response from people that didn't see the whole truth. Yes, it could have been different, but again, this will have to wait until another video, but do feel free to comment your opinion to this issue in a decent way. Anyways, I think everyone has noticed the subtle yet bold change in Taekook lately, especially if you've been a Taekooker for more than 1 year, you will notice that neither Tae nor Jungkook used to behave this way before. Recently, Taekook interactions began being shown more in original content, which means that basically, we've been getting more Taekook moments lately. We even got a Taekook live together. It's been a slow change since the second half of 2019, and as many of you might presume, it's all been Taekook being rebels and making a statement of their relationship in spite of, and hidden from their own company. I think the opposite way though, and I even commented about it back then when I made the GDA video, but I personally think this has been a very meticulous and thorough plan from Taekook and their company. But, is it? It seems like the YouTube Taekook community has been making analysis videos claiming that Taekook are going to come out and have been claiming so since 2017, and the majority of Taekookers seem to now think the same way. Every time they watch Taekook acting professional and not interacting much in front of the camera, they think that they broke up, so that when they see them being way clingier in public, they jump to the conclusion they're suddenly going to do such an impactful thing as coming out. This has happened more times than one can count throughout the years. Taekook disappear and everyone thinks they broke up and that they're being hidden by the company. Taekook suddenly act like their clingy selves and everyone thinks they're going to come out, only to be disappointed by the fact that they didn't, but they still have the hope they're going to do so one day. Especially because of concert moments that they act cute with another member and Taekookers freak out thinking all sorts of negative things. Taekookers get so engrossed in this that they fail to notice the huge pattern in all of this issue. Seeing the bigger picture makes me realize that all of these coming out analyses are always after a comeback, after a long time full of silence from Taekook, that, whenever BTS come back, Taekookers see the abrupt change with no content to suddenly see where Taekook act clingier during promotions, especially American interviews and some concerts, that they can see the difference and get hyped by it only to be disappointed to Taekook then acting restricted again during a new run episode or documentaries. You do the math, but in my humble opinion, whenever Taekook feel carefree and that they can act like themselves, they will, but as soon as they have the pressure to act professionals, they will try to not be as carefree. But that doesn't mean that every time they start acting freer in public, they will come out, nor that every time they don't interact as much, their company told them to be that way. It's probably their own decision. It's no secret Taekook have been wilding recently, starting from November of 2019 after the alleged mistranslation incident on Weverse. And I say alleged because I really am not Korean and there are reliable sources saying so, but again, I'm not Korean nor do I have an advanced knowledge of the language. After this, Taekook started getting touchy with each other at every chance they got as to sort of prove that it was all a mistake and that they are in fact real. It all started with small things during their concerts, but then, they started being a bit bolder during award performances as well. Being a bit more obvious in awards, making bold interactions between each other off and on stage, hitting each other's butts, doing the usual concert interactions on award stage, which is not very normal with K-pop groups to be honest. Jungkook breaking official formation to stand beside Tae, cuddling in GDA's 2020, that unforgettable home performance, Tae flicking Jungkook's chin during Boy with Love. All during situations where fans weren't the only spectators, which automatically erases the possibility of it being just fan service. It seemed, instead, that Taekook wanted to give subtle, yet bold hints of their relationship to all sorts of public, including fellow idols, journalists and international artists. Tae then mentioned Jungkook at every chance he got on Weverse, saying very bold things that couldn't be mistaken for a coincidence, and Jungkook giving his very own hints, such as saying he saw Tae play with armies when Tae supposedly was alone with his family. I think it's safe to say that even non-Taekookers caught on these hints, and non-shippers or even non-armies felt that there was something beyond a simple friendship with these two. To be honest, when I saw all of this positive and bold change, the first thing I noticed was none of the Hyungs dared to look at them while interacting or saying these things in public, when, usually, they would be the first ones to scold them and call them out for it, or well, literally just throw a glance at them, because they didn't have their staff clothes. Some of you said it was because they're used to them cuddling or doing whatever else, but honestly, it's just an illogical argument because it's not even coherent to each case. Yes, Taekook might, and most probably do all of that and much more in private, but neither of them dared to even touch each other in public since around 2016, and whenever they did, they would get scolded, so this was very much new. Which of course raised, for me, the question, what changed? The fact that no one seemed to be affected by it, made me think that things changed with Taekook and their company and that they now had a sort of agreement to start off with small actions like these to test the waters, and it got sort of confirmed when they made their reveal in May, which was very much monitored and a bit awkward at first, but it still was something so new and out of the ordinary, and they even sang a freaking love song together and retship comments and said Taekook forever. I mean, how crazy was that? Right after that, they tweeted their first selfie together after years. Tae sort of joined Jimin and Jungkook's live, which wasn't normal at all, considering Taekook's context, and every Jungkooker seemed to notice the weird atmosphere between them, but it was as if Tae wanted to give these shippers a hint for himself. And then, they had a karaoke party with Jimin, and we got to listen to their marvelous voices together. But then I thought, what if they change again and come back to their restricted versions again after their 2020 contract renews in June? The first sort of content they had after their contract renewal was Bang Bang Han and Taekook were much freer than usual, and had the most interactions out of everyone in the group, without including performances, of course somehow. So, whether they act this way because they want to give us hints or because they just want to act like their true selves, we can be 100% sure that the company approves this and supports them, and it could be the fact that they're much more mature and can behave like professional artists without their company monitoring them as much, and the fact that this is a new era BTS is starting without much fan service moments, and more genuine interactions to make BTS be more laid-back idols, which is an unavoidable change all idols face after their renewal, when they're more mature. So, what can we expect from Taekook in 2020? To be honest, and to our dismay, there is still the chance of us getting an abrupt change and stop getting Taekook moments completely, going back to the separation stage and their company to give non-Taekookers more reasons to think they hate each other and that they don't even talk to each other at all. But to be honest, call me a dreamer, but I seriously think we will be getting more Taekook content and that they will be much bolder to give us hints of their relationship and big hits supporting it, and there has been constant evidence of it with their newer run episodes, with their new music videos, where we got Taekook moments, And I'm talking about scenes that lasted more than 10 seconds altogether. I think there's still hope for us to get a Taekook subunit with the amount of hints that I hope are not misleading at all, plus some possible new Taekook lives. Let's keep it real, though, I don't think Taekook are going to come out anytime soon or at all, and if they are, then I guess they will start making a more stable career overseas so that they don't lose it all in South Korea. I think there's also more chances for Big Hit to play it safe since they're going public and they need a clean image with no scandals whatsoever. But do bear in mind that not all people from the LGBTQ plus community feel comfortable coming out, especially when they're artists from a country like South Korea, which, yes, I think we can all agree that they're changing, but not all people are still 100% pro-LGBTQ plus. I mean, not even pro-LGBTQ plus countries have citizens that agree 100% with the people from this community. To finish off this video, I would like to kindly ask every one of you to support BTS regardless of the path they'll follow this new era, and to always support their songs and official content even if we're not getting Taekook moments there, although as I told you, I highly doubt it. But if that doesn't happen, remember that we should be OT7 before Taekookers, and that we should be able to enjoy BTS's content regardless of ships. As for Taekook, please remember to always support them even if they aren't real in the sense of partnership or marriage type of relationship. If they don't come out, or if they stop having as much moments and decide to have subunits with other members, just support and love all the guys equally.